It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. This is my show, The Legends. I want to thank everybody all over the world that actually subscribes to my show and show me love. In the House of the Legends, we have somebody that has a new single out. She's going to tell you the name of it. We're also going to find out the meaning behind this title. And I bring to you recording artist Nyresha. How you
Hey,
doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm quite well. Good to see you. Welcome to the Legends.
Thank
So,
you.
a little bit about yourself. You served as a
A master at arms in the Navy.
okay. Wow,
Yeah,
that's amazing. And
thanks.
how did you actually get to that? What made you decide to actually do something like that?
So the military runs heavy in my blood from, my grandfather's father, mother, grandfather down
Right.
to my mother, some of my siblings, my
Hmm.
uncles, my aunties. So it runs deep.
Wow. So it enabled you to travel a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so and then let's talk about the beginning for you as far as the music is concerned. Let's take it back to your childhood, because it had to be in your blood. You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
um, first of all, before you even answer, who actually influenced you as an artist to make you really want to, express your energy through song?
So musically, it was Michael Jackson, and as
Okay,
a person in my life, it was actually my mommy.
okay. Did your
Yeah,
mother sung as well?
she does. She decided not to go big with it, although she
Right.
100% could have. But my mom sings for everything, 24/7. The woman never stops.
Wow, that's amazing. So you
Mm.
were sort of like following in her footsteps in a sense, but you're actually extending it a little bit more.
Absolutely. My mommy always said, any gift that she gives me, take it as far as I can. So
Okay,
that's the
that's
goal.
that's amazing. So
Thank you.
my question is, how old were you when you really started singing?
Oh man, that wasn't until like 7th grade. I might have been maybe 11 or 12,
Oh
maybe.
wow.
Yeah, I was always singing. I just wasn't good at it. And then once I got good at it, I didn't know how to control it.
Right.
So all the
So
pieces took their time to kind of come together.
so back in those days when you like 11, 12 years old, what artists inspired you the most? Who were you actually listening to um, at that age?
Oh man, I couldn't even tell you just because my mom brought me up on so many different artists. So
Okay,
at any given moment, I was listening to Chris Brown, Sierra. We could have been listening to the OJs, Shawnice Wilson, Deborah
right.
Cox. Like it was always a toss up. But
So
I did.
her library must have should have been. I mean, uh, was outstanding. From what I'm
Absolutely.
hearing.
Oh yeah, even to this day, my mom, she knows like some of the newer stuff, but when it comes to like her heart,
Right.
90s R&B, 80s R&B, like that's the core of what we used to listen to growing up.
Okay. So your voice structure, how did you actually say to yourself, "Well, I'm going to really want to do this"? Or how did you develop your vocal strategies?
Honestly, it was a lot of just having a passion for singing. I
Right.
never really knew what I was doing. I would just do it.
Hmm.
My mom would sing and I would try to mimic what she did. Never quite came out as pretty. And then
Right.
eventually, I think just through having done this for so long, I started to understand like, okay, well, if I do it like this, it sounds like that. Or if I breathe
Right.
this way, I'll get this kind of response. It took a long time for me to understand my body and my power and how to
Okay.
control it. So,
So let me ask you another question. Besides
mhm.
actually the R&B version of you, were there any gospel incentives?
Oh, of course. Mary
Could you name a
Mary was
few?
number
Could you
one
name
in
a
our
few?
household.
Huh?
Mary Mary, hands down, was always number 1 in the house. Like,
Okay.
they were always in the playlist. And then Kirk Franklin, I
Hmm.
feel like you can never go wrong with Kirk Franklin. And then
Right.
there's a couple other artists that my mom listens to, but they're more like, I guess, more traditional.
Right.
Can't really
Right.
think of their
Okay.
names off the top of my head, but there was always gospel playing in the house for sure.
That's great. So as far as you singing, do you write?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Do you actually write a lot?
Yes, every song that I have right now, I've written for myself.
Right.
Um, it's therapeutic for me to write a song.
Very. Okay, that's cool.
Mhm.
And when you actually write songs, are they based on personal experiences or
Sometimes they're based on my
really?
life, sometimes they're based on dreams,
Okay.
sometimes they're based on, like, lives that I see other people experiencing, or
Right.
maybe I'll watch a movie and I'll be like, "Oh, what would it sound like if this?" Or I'll see a movie and write a song based on what they're going through.
Okay. We're going to add Miriam to the stage because she just came up. She just popped out of nowhere. Miriam,
Nice.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I was just tuning in. I'm not supposed to be on.
Are you on now? So, say a little something about yourself and we
You
just cut you off.
could have kept me backstage. No, I'm so proud of my niece, Tyrone. Thank you so much for giving her this opportunity for your platform in the New York metropolitan area. She's amazing. We love her and we want to love her.
Okay, then. We'll talk to you later, Miriam. Thanks for
Thank
popping
you.
in.
Love
Okay.
Sure.
you.
Love you.
Yeah, so as an artist, what are you actually trying to make your audience feel? The type of energy that you're trying to actually express to them?
Oh, that's easy. Love. I want to bring love back to music. I want to make people feel good when they listen to it, whether it's, dancing, falling in love, or if someone's going through a heartbreak, they know that somebody can relate, but it's
Mhm.
always about the love for me.
Did you get your heart broken one time to the point
I
where you
have.
had to write something that was actually it made it really more extreme, didn't it?
It did
Because
because
all that
instead of
feeling, that impact of the hurt that you was really feeling, you put it all on paper, huh?
Yep, instead of writing a song about what I see other people go through, I said, "Oh, that's how it feels?" So it changed the
Wow.
words, and it made the words more powerful and how I sang it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you let him hear it?
So, I'm actually working on a concept,
Okay.
and every person that I've written a song about, hopefully soon, will know. I'll just say that much. They'll know.
Okay, cool. I mean, we all go through that drama of love and hurting and things. I think everybody has to go through that in life in order
Absolutely,
to
it's
go
necessary.
forward and, build that armor, you know,
Yep.
uh, of mind, body, and soul.
It's
you know,
necessary for growth to also learn
right.
how to be loved, how you wanna be loved, and how to love others.
Okay, that's cool. You
Mhm.
know, um, what is love to you? I mean, because you write about it and things of that nature. What is it? What's the worth of it to you? What's your expression to love?
To love is a lot of things because it can be romantic, to have someone to share your life with. Hopefully, that person is your best friend. And then it could be just an admiration for life itself. Like, this is probably going to sound so cheesy, but I love the trees. I love the ocean. Like, anything that makes you feel. Oh, that's hard. It's like it's all things good and beautiful, and sometimes it's painful too. It just
Right.
reminds you what feelings are. For me, it's like the whole purpose of why we're even here.
So let's talk about your new single.
Mhm.
And I want to, you know what I'm saying? How did you actually come up with that title, and what does it actually define?
So one is actually almost like stuttering on your words. The song itself is talking about, I love this guy so much, we just have to try again. But also there comes that rush of emotion like, oh, I still have a crush on this guy. Like, I want to love you. I want to go out on dates. I want to kick it. Like, I just want to everything. I just want to everything.
Wow, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Thank
So
you.
when you wrote this song, what did it actually symbolize to you? Because it had to come from somewhere.
So surprisingly, this song was practice. I often will find beats or I'll hear something that inspires me to want to write. And
Hmm.
my number one go to is to just start freestyling. I don't always write songs with the intention of putting them out to the world.
Right.
Sometimes it's just like how people want to read a book or paint a picture. I'll go and freestyle a song. And this particular one was just so catchy that I couldn't stop singing it.
Hmm.
So I turned it in from a freestyle to a song, and now the world can't stop singing it.
And it's cool, So let's big up to your producer and name him and and give him a big up.
Yeah, big ups to J Dot. He has made so many beats to so many of my songs. He's
Right.
just incredibly talented, and as you guys can see with one of when my voice meets his beat, it's just magical.
How long were you before you actually started getting into the studio thing? I mean,
Oh gosh, I've been singing since I was a kid. I started writing um probably only about 3 or 4 years ago, I think,
right.
and I didn't start getting into the studio until, uh, probably about that time, 3, 4 years ago, but when
Okay.
I make a song, it takes me even more years to actually put it out.
Right.
I used to be so shy, like, I would sing it and be like, "It's mine. I'm not giving it to anybody."
That's cool. So how many songs have you actually recorded in the studio?
I think I have maybe close to 30 just hanging out in my phone, and then there's over 100 that still need to be recorded.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay.
Thank
But
you.
what we're going to do right now is we're going to listen to your single, and
Yes.
everybody go out there, support this young lady. It's creating a buzz, and I feel that it's really going to be something that's going to be like viral in a sense.
Oh,
So
thank
we'll be right
you.
back. Okay.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house.
Okay. Okay. I'm at a loss for words on this one. Yeah. I'm at a loss for words on this one. Yeah. Hey, old flex, I wanna tell you something. Gonna take a seat and make sure you listen. I'm kinda nervous, don't know if I can do this. Well, gonna take a seat and make sure you listen. Already said that, all of my thoughts are slipping. I need a minute. What I'm trying to say is, well, I like the way we vibe, boy. I like the way we vibe. I wonder if you'd like, well, I wonder if you'd like, well, I wanna, I wanna touch, I'm doing too much. Well, okay, wait a minute, 'cause I wanna, I got a crush, no, I wanna love you, okay.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Turn around. You ain't really down.
Really now?
Playing the games you do. Someday, everything will be alright. Yeah, that different people make the world go round.
Because of you, my dreams are coming true. who's watching.
For whatever the reason there might be.
With your love by my side, the world will be mine. You're the one for me.
Yeah.
And we're back. My name is Tyrone Lowe. This is my show, The Legends. In the house of the legends, we have Nyresha in the house.
Hey.
You know, I believe that this song is actually going to rise up to the point because it's different, especially as the title's concerned.
Thank you.
So what do you, as far as the music thing, where do you really want to go with this, and how do you see yourself somewhere in the future right now? I mean, because you're actually grilling yourself to the point where you have a lot of production. So I just want to know, what do you want to do with it? As far as futuristically.
Honestly, the little girl in me is screaming right now because it was always my dream to be a singer, not necessarily the fame, but being able to share my music and my voice with the world. So
Right.
that's the
A lot
goal.
of people, yeah. But a lot of people say that, but when they started getting the money and stuff like that, you see a little transformation and things of that nature. Do you
Yeah.
feel that a monetary term would actually change your whole characteristics about yourself as far as your surroundings and things, or would it hinder you from actually focusing on your craft?
I always say, let money, people, things, whatever it is, let it change your circumstances, but don't let it change who you are.
Okay. Uh, how's your family reacting to you right now as far as this single's concerned? Let's get some feedback on that.
So my mom actually literally just texted me the other day and she was like, I just got a phone call from a friend of mine. They were singing your song at karaoke. And I've had friends text me like, oh my God, you're on the radio. Or I'll be like FaceTiming with my sister and, mid-sentence, she'll just be like, I wanna, so it's pretty
Wow.
funny because I think sometimes they forget it to me. They're like, oh, have
Okay.
you heard? Oh, wait, yeah, duh.
Okay. And how are your friends reacting to you now? Are
Oh,
they
man.
bigging you up big time?
I've been very, very grateful to have the same small set of friends that I've had since
Okay.
middle school,
All
and
right.
all of them are just proud of me because there was a time when you wouldn't even know that I sing. I wouldn't tell you, and if you heard me singing, I would be so embarrassed, I would run off and hide. Like, they are so proud of me for getting to this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you actually shy to sing in front of people?
Mortified.
Really?
My heart would race. I would feel like I was sweating. My knees would get weak and nothing would come out the way that it should sound. And my voice was all shaky.
Okay. Have you done any live performances yet, as of yet?
Yes, a lot more now.
All right, so let's talk about those. Let's talk about the first one, and let's go currently.
So my first live performance actually wasn't even my own music. I was overseas and I was in what kind of like an American Idol tournament. It
Okay.
was something to keep us, while we're in the Navy to keep us occupied so we're not just bored. And it was like 4 or 5 months long, and I was actually the first American to win the competition.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
there were different categories, and it was really fun because in my mind, for some reason, I was like, "I'm overseas, I'll never see these people again," so I had the confidence, and then because it was, an island full of people that I knew and loved and was close to, it
Hmm.
felt good. And then I didn't have my first performance of my own music
Hmm.
until 2022. I wanna say it was, like, June, right after my birthday in San
Right.
Diego back home. I performed a couple of my songs, and hearing how the room fell silent and everybody was, like, paying attention, it just brought back memories of when I was overseas and, like, how much people really loved and responded to my voice, except this time they were my words too.
Wow, that's amazing. And
Yeah.
how did it make you feel just by that response?
Slightly terrified because usually when a room falls silent, something dramatic is happening.
Right.
But also it made me feel good because it was like, "Okay, you guys are paying attention, hopefully because you like it."
Hmm.
And then I was really proud of myself just because, again, it took a lot for me to get to that point.
Right. And
Yeah.
so when you actually record and you put it out and you see that it was actually starting to go places, how did that make you feel?
Mind blown. I did not expect such a response. I don't know why. I guess when you put music out just with the hopes that people will like it, you never really think about how many people will like it or how far it'll go.
And so, let me ask you a question. Through your experience that you're going through right now, somebody that wants to follow your footsteps as far as acting, whatever type of craft they're doing, what can you actually say to them as far as inspiration?
Stay true to yourself and don't give up. It might look like an overnight thing for a lot of people, but that's because you only see where they are. You don't
Hmm.
know where they started. So make sure to believe in yourself and don't let anybody change you.
Okay.
Mhm.
I see that you come from a very well spiritual type of family, and I see that through you, and that's cool. Because
Thank you.
getting back to you were saying that when you did that live performance and actually the crowd responded and I think that was God, man, because of I believe He gives gifts. Do you believe that?
100%. There is nowhere else that this could have come from.
Okay. Any video? Do you have a video out as well with this,
Yeah.
or
Wanna
okay,
the original version has a video on YouTube. If you just
okay,
type in my name and Wanna it'll pop up.
okay, great. And that's flying as well, right?
Yeah, I also, recently discovered it's on Apple Music along with the
Okay.
song, because there's the song, the remix, and the video.
Okay, who shot your video for you?
Oh, his name's Coley. He's with
Okay,
AGP. I actually found him in Virginia.
okay. How you like it out there in Virginia?
It's
Is it a big transition from being from California to really?
Mhm.
And what's the difference to you?
It's cold.
Really? Okay, because
Mhm.
yeah, you're from San
It's, like,
Diego, right?
so cold, and the temperatures here start with a 1 in both directions, so it could
Right.
be, like, 12 or it could be, like, 120. What?
Wow. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a EP coming out to follow up on this single?
I have plans.
Okay.
Nothing is set in stone. I'm kinda just letting God guide me and see what he decides. Because I could tell you all day what I'm gonna do, but it's
Right.
not up to me.
I hear that. Do you plan on producing other artists as well? Or are you doing that now?
You mean, like, on features
Well,
or
no, taking an artist, writing for them, producing for
Oh,
them.
yeah, that would be cool. To hear someone else sing my words, that would be amazing.
You ever give it any thought? I,
Sometimes I've thought about what it would be like to write for other people.
okay, that's great and
Yeah.
stuff. So if you had to write for an artist with this particular style, do you think that
Ooh.
you can write something to actually, sync with that artist? Or
Absolutely. I feel like just being in the presence of someone, you can kinda just feel the energy, and when it's right, the song will just write itself. So I'm
okay,
just here
great.
to help.
Right. So let me ask you a question. Right now, as far as the current artist is out, the current artist that's out right now, who are you listening to right now?
Wow, Kiana Lee, Janae Aiko, Summer Walker, Chris Brown, Bruno Mars, The Weeknd, Ariana Grande, like,
Wow.
it could go on and on.
If you had to share the stage with one of them, who would you really want to share the stage with?
Ugh. I have, like, a bucket list in my phone of artists that I wanna work with.
Let's hear at least two of them.
Well, my number one dream was to always sing one song with Michael Jackson. Like,
Okay.
that man as an artist and everything that he was has my heart. Ugh.
Wow.
But right now, I mean, it changes depending on the day. So today I would say Chris Brown.
Okay, Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been
But why
listening to
Chris
him
though?
since I was a
Why
kid.
Chris though? Why
Oh,
Chris?
he's phenomenal. He's talented. His lyrics are fun and playful. Obviously, his vocal control is insane, and
Right.
he just seems like a lot of fun. Like, you never really know a celebrity because you only see, like, what they show you.
Right.
I
Right.
just feel like he's so much fun, and I feel like I would be comfortable and enjoy myself. It wouldn't be like a competition or like I'm terrified. I feel like that would be a freaking blast.
Okay. Besides recording and things of that nature, are you actually studying the fundamentals of the business?
I probably should, huh? No, I'm
I
kidding.
think you should, really.
I
I
definitely
mean,
have a lot of people on
it's very important that, and like if you play a PlayStation game, you have to know the fundamentals
right.
of it, dealing with
I've got a lot of
policies and
people
things
on
of
my
that
team that are
nature,
helping me.
because uh things can happen to you. You can have
Mhm.
a sellout crowd and don't get a dime. I mean, I've
Yep.
seen a lot of it happen to a lot of artists. So my suggestion to you is get into the business, learn something about it where it can actually keep you,
Yeah.
balanced and stabilized, especially when it comes to money. It seems like you have a real future ahead of you because
Thank
of
you.
what you're doing and how you're impacting people now, and I feel that at this point right now that once you take it further, you know, get your head right as far as your mind, body, and soul
Mhm.
to the fact that you know the business. So if you do a performance or something like that, you're gonna walk out there with what you feel that you're worth.
Yep.
Can you say something about that?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say I have a wonderful team who I
Okay.
love and trust, who not only help me to navigate, but they educate me along the way.
Right.
So
Okay.
I've actually learned a lot just in the short few months that this song has been out. And like earlier, Miriam, I've got
Right.
my manager Joe at Nevstop. I've even got
Okay.
Lou over at BSE Recordings. Even on the days I don't want to, they never miss an opportunity to teach me. So I'm very grateful for them.
Okay. Any current events, any live entertainments coming up that everybody should know about, or something
Not
that
yet.
actually should spike them?
Not yet, but definitely stay tuned because it's summertime.
Okay. Tell everybody your IG, your Facebook, so they
Yeah.
can actually get into, contact you.
My Instagram and TikTok are both Nyresha with 2 underscores at the end, and my Facebook is just Nyresha, and that's Nyreisha.
Okay. So I guess we'd be looking for your next single sooner or later.
Absolutely.
I want to congratulate you for, being on my show. I want to congratulate you for the single that you're putting out. And I love your attitude. You seem to be very focused, and I know that it's going to take you a long way,
Thank
So I
you.
wish you Godspeed and, things of that nature. And, you know, uh, come again.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And once you got Miriam on your side, I know you're good.
Oh, yeah, that woman is phenomenal. Like, how God
So
fits so much amazing into one human being makes no sense,
right.
but I am not complaining.
And she's a beautiful person, you know.
Absolutely.
Okay. So listen, I wish you Godspeed, and I hope that everything works out well for you in the future. Come back to my show, like I said. You got my email address. Send me
Yeah,
an MP3 and
got
a
you.
video, and I can edit it on my show. And I like to help people. That's my whole thing.
Thank you, I
So
appreciate
listen,
it.
thank you so much for being on the Legends. And you guys go out there, support this young lady, listen to her message, listen to her heart, and get on the right path. All right. Nyresha, thank you so much. Okay.
Yes, thank you for
I'll talk
having
to you
me.
later. Okay,
Bye.
cool.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.